Mr. Skeleton, the neighbor dogs are yelling at you. Oh, Lord. Hey, everyone. It is another day. Halloween decor hunting with me and good old Mr. Skeleton. Mr. Skeleton, you're in my personal space, bro. All right, so we're finally out today. Hold on, Mr. Skeleton. We're going over the railroad tracks. Hold on to your bones, sir. Oh, no, it's coming down. We're cruising. Where are we going? We're going and we're looking for some Halloween decorations. Here we come. We're going to a couple of different places today. Some new places we haven't been to yet. You may have already been there, but I haven't been there yet. First, we're going to the post office. I've been there a million times, but we're going there first. And then we're going to cruise over to HomeGoods, which we've been to HomeGoods a million times this year already, and I can never get enough of it. So, anyways, that's besides the point. HomeGoods, what are we looking for? Really looking for some Halloween sheets, y'all. I really need some new Halloween sheets, and they've had some really cute ones at HomeGoods, or I've been seeing them on the Facebook group, which, by the way, I'll have our Facebook group down in the description box for you. It's called Halloween Forever. It's our all year round Halloween Facebook group. Anyways, people have been posting these sheets from HomeGoods. Well, they're mainly Marshalls and TJ Maxx, which is kind of all the same thing anyway. But what are you doing? But I've been seeing these spooky sheets and they are so cute this year, and mine are on their last leg. Like, I think this year, honestly, they need to be done. They need to just be done. They are faded, they are looking rough, and I need some new Halloween sheets. And I know it's so hard to find at these places because the chances of even finding the Halloween sheets, for one, I feel like I never see them. I've seen like one set and they weren't king. I think they were queen or full or something. So the chances of even finding them, period, are slim to none. And then to find the size that you need, yeah, right. So we're just hoping we're in the right place at the right time eventually and find some. I'm just looking for some Halloween sheets because mine are from Steinmart, which Steinmart is now out of business. It's been out of business. But mine are from Steinmart. If you remember when we went out Halloween decor hunting, that was years ago. We went Halloween decor hunting at Steinmart and we found those sheets. Those are still my only Halloween sheets. And then we're gonna cruise over to Ross, which I haven't been to Ross yet this year because usually the Ross in my area, it starts sprinkling stuff out early, but it doesn't start getting the really good Halloween stuff until after back to school. Now that back to school is basically done, I cannot wait. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, for a split second, just for like a split second. Okay, so somebody was walking into the post office as I was walking out. I can't see anything. Is there anyone behind me? And so my mind was thinking like seeing a person, you know? So I come out and I look and I'm like, who's in that car? It was Mr. Skeleton, and it was my car. I don't know why. It was like my brain just for a second. It was like, and then it was like everything was recognized. I think it's just the person that was walking in as I was walking out just threw me off. And then I see somebody in a car, and I think they're like watching this awkward interaction, and it's actually Mr. Skeleton. Lord, Mr. Skeleton. So, anyways, today is a glorious day in 2023 paradise. And again, I'm not being sarcastic this time. It is 78 degrees, which I prefer it, you know, gloomy and cloudy and misty and colder than that, like 60s, maybe even high 50s. But beggars can't be choosers. I'll take the 78. At least it's not 108. So anyways, now we're going to HomeGoods. We're looking for our freaking sheets, everybody. I could count on one hand the amount of times I've actually seen any sheets at all at HomeGoods of any size. So I don't know that I've ever seen a king size spooky sheet ever in the history of Halloween decor hunting at HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, or Marshalls. So I know we're probably not gonna find them, but we're still gonna try because that's what makes it fun, is to go hunting for something and to find it is the most glorious feeling. This week I feel like is going to be a really good week Halloween decor hunting because I feel like I mentioned earlier, everyone's putting their stuff out right now, especially since at least in my area it's kind of back to schools this week, so they're going to start clearing out all the back to school sections and putting Halloween in there. So anywhere that doesn't have Halloween yet is going to get Halloween, so I think we're going to see some spooky goods. But also I'm just excited because no one, not one single person is going to be in these stores, in the parking lots, on the roads. Like, the traffic today is already so much lighter because there's not a bunch of college kids, teens, people on the road for the summer. It is already just like a breath of fresh air, and it's going to get even better as this week progresses and all the kids in the area are back to school. So I am so excited because the stores are so dang people-y early in the season. And then I feel like we can start playing orange, yellow, green, where we start looking for trees that are changing colors, or we can at least start playing is it fall or is it dead, which is our game we play. If you've been around here, then you know. If you haven't, first of all, welcome to the spooky family. But second of all, we play a game where we look at the different trees as it starts getting later in the season, and we try to determine if the tree is dead or if it's fall and the leaves are changing. So here, for example, is a, look out this window if you want to see, is a for real dead tree. Like, that thing is dead. It fell over. It's done. No one's behind me, don't worry. I'm not that person right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's actually 12:48. And there are so many parking spots at HomeGoods right now. Like, it is completely, like, I could get any spot I wanted. Like, there's even a closer one than the one I'm picking right now, but I wasn't expecting there to be super close ones, so I kind of cruised forward. Oh my gosh, I thought somebody was in that car, but it's just a hat over the rest. There's not a soul out. This is what I'm talking about. I love this. This is where I start feeling the energy. I start getting excited because we're gonna go in there and there's not gonna be anyone in there, and there's not even gonna be a line. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be wonderful. We're going in to HomeGoods. Here, wait, did I bring my phone? Please tell me I brought my phone. Oh, I did. Good for us. We're going in. All right, here we are at HomeGoods. All right, Mr. Skeleton, we saw the spooky goods at HomeGoods. It is so freaking hot. Not because it's hot out. It's really not that bad out. Although it says it's 94 all of a sudden. So it went from 70 something to 94 apparently. No, it doesn't feel like 94 outside. But I will say it feels like 94 in HomeGoods. I don't know if their AC was out or what, but it was freaking hot in there. Sweating. Anyways, we just left HomeGoods. And let me tell ya, right now is prime time for the spooky goods at HomeGoods. They had all the Halloween stuff in all the different sections. Well, first of all, we met Spooky Family, Mr. Skeleton. We met Spooky Family. Molly, if you're out there, it was awesome chatting with you. And again, I know I jabbed my jaws off. That just, I can't help it. But I feel like we had a good chat. And it's so funny, Molly, if you're watching this right now, I have to tell you something really funny. So we had talked about how I was looking for sheets. Like, I'm looking for spooky sheets, right? We were also talking about yoga skeletons and how we just don't I mean, that it'd be really cool if you have a yoga studio or you do yoga, that those would be really cool for that. But otherwise, I'm just so confused by them. And we were kind of laughing about it. So then after we were chatting about all that and about how I was looking for spooky sheets, I went over to the sheet section to go find spooky sheets, and I saw some spooky sheets, and guess what I saw? Freaking yoga skeletons, everybody. Yoga freaking skeletons. They did have one other set that had cats in costumes, I think, but the one, like the main set that they had there had freaking yoga skeletons on it. That's what I get for talking crap on whatever Halloween thing. Anyways, we saw the spooky goods at HomeGoods. We're actually going to Ross right now. I think we're going to skip Kirkland's because I'm running out of time. So let's talk about what we saw at HomeGoods. So we walk in and it's a full-on Halloween extravaganza. They have these huge witches that are like right there front row and center. And we see those witches every year. So I did get a shot of them though. And then they had this big gate thing that said enter if you dare, I think. And it was like a big gate thing. And then also in this area, they had a bunch of stuff. Just all sorts of Halloween decor. Skulls, lots of skull pieces. There was a cool Martha Stewart goth piece that had stacked books and I think a skull and then a crow on top. They had a pumpkin with a skull on it. I think it was glow in the dark or just a neon greenish color. They had, stacked skull, candle holders, skull I don't know, they had so many skull pieces in this area. They also had the headless horseman. They had a tall headless horseman and a short headless horseman. They also had this cool little candelabra thing. It's kind of wooden looking, but then it had spider webs on it. And then, what else? Oh, they also had another kind of candlestick holder thing with a spider web on it. That was really pretty. And what else in this area? Lots of stuff in this area. Like, there's no way I'm going to remember everything that was happening here because there was so much. Like, everything was just all on all the shelves thrown on there. There was no real organization. They had a couple of spooky houses that were pretty good sized. And they also had this really cool mirror that was kind of like a gothic looking, it was more pastel goth, I think, because it had some pink in it. They also had a ghoulish garden piece that was pretty cool. And they had some roses with some eyeballs in them and then a little frog at the bottom. And a couple of, the mermaid pieces are back this year. They had 3 different mermaid pieces. They had the classic lady mermaid with the pumpkin that we see, but this one was in all pastels. And then they had another one that was, I think, a sugar skull looking mermaid piece. I can't remember what the other one was, but it was 3 different pastel mermaid looking pieces, and it was kind of in this little pastel area. So they had a couple different pastel things, and I think there was one more pastel piece I saw, this pink. Was it like a jack-o'-lantern guy, or was it a ghosty? I can't remember. And they had some bug cloche pieces that were really cool. They were just cloches with these gold bugs in them. Anything else in this area I'm missing, I'll show here. But they had a bunch of different Halloween things. Some things we had seen before, some new things. And then they also had this thing, this Catherine's Creations, I think is what it's called. It's like a fancy... Like, okay, you know the witches, which they did have witches in the pretty dresses, by the way. So they did have some of those. But they had these Catherine's Creations. They're these really kind of fancy doll-looking things. And they had this Frankenstein-looking guy, and he was really cool. He was also $200, and which I guess is a good deal for them. But and then they also had this other little critter. I don't really know what it was, but it was kind of creepy, but kind of cool at the same time. It was this face, like, holding this bowl. Kind of looks like it's from an 80s fantasy movie, which is why Dallas and I liked it. I didn't buy it, but I did appreciate it for what it was. So that was pretty much it for decor. Anything else in the decor area, I'll continue to show because there was a lot to see. And I know for a fact I'm not mentioning everything there was, but a lot of skull pieces. So that's what we saw in the decor area. So then we went to the dishware, and the dishware was so good today. You know, I'm always looking for stuff for the spooky kitchen, and the loaf pans were loafing today. They had all sorts of spooky loaf pans. They had the ones that we see every year that have the polka dots on the outside, and then either bats on the inside, or is it bats or spiders? I can't remember, but I think it's bats on the inside and it's orange. They also had one that had spider webs on the outside and a spider on the inside, and it was orange on the inside too. And then they had one that was really cool that was this, it kind of had a graveyard scene on the outside. It was black and white, and on the inside they had a witch flying on a broom in front of a moon. I love that one. And then they had kind of just like a fall loaf pan, and I think a ghosty one too. The little ghosties on the outside, black and white. And then, what else do they have in this area? I think they had some of the cupcake, like little cupcake things or little cake pan things. They had little skulls again this year. And what else did I see in this area? Oh, they had a pie dish that had a crescent moon, and was it a cat, or what else was in it? I don't know, but it was really cool, all year round, kind of spooky vibes. And I don't know, anything else I'm missing here I'll show, but there was a lot in this little bakeware area that was really, really cute. And then they had another area that had some skull pieces and some little like serveware, little serve dishes or little trio dishes, you know what I'm talking about, where you can serve little snacks, little, you know, finger foods or whatever. So they had some stuff like that, and they had skeleton hands holding bowls, all that kind of stuff, classic stuff. And then the canisters that are in the shape of skulls, all that stuff we see every year. And they had some really pretty wine glasses this year. Once again, we've seen the skeleton hands holding the wine glasses and the skeletons on the wine glasses, that same kind of stuff we see every year. They also had these snakes, these silver snakes that were wrapping around. Those were really cool, I feel like, for an all year round gothic vibe. And I'm looking for that, and I need to stop getting distracted by all the Halloween in your face stuff, because I feel like I keep skipping over the stuff I'm going to want all year round. So I'm trying to keep that in mind as I'm shopping. But those snake glasses were really cool. And they had, what else did they have? They had some stuff in the spooky mug area. Lots of spooky mugs this year. And I don't know why I'm just not feeling it. I feel like I'm not seeing a lot of spooky mugs because I'm not seeing anything that I'm really into. They have a lot of the vintage vibe this year, which I like, but I have some like that already. So I feel like I want to see something a little bit different. But they had a lot of vintage vibes with the spooky mugs this year. What else did they have? Oh, they had a whole little area that had some vintage looking like candy bowl things. Like they had a scaredy cat, they had a pumpkin guy, and like with a top hat, and then they had a skull. It was like a skull cookie jar. I think his hat came off. It was a cookie jar. And I saw a lot of Hello Kitty stuff today. Hello Kitty, I think it was a plate with Hello Kitty Halloween, and then a bowl that kind of matched the set. And then they had a Hello Kitty skeleton mug. So lots of Hello Kitty Halloween. And then of course Nightmare Before Christmas. Saw a couple of Nightmare Before Christmas plates. And one was really cool. It was black and white. Had a really cool kind of gothic looking border on it. And then they also had some mugs and things like that with Jack Skellington. A lot of the same kind of stuff we see every year. And then what else did I see in this area? Oh, they had some cool vintage looking plates that said, I think Hocus Pocus or Trick or Treat or something like that. It had a big jack-o'-lantern on it. And some napkin holders. I saw some ghosty, bedazzled napkin holders. What else did we see, Mr. Skeleton? I saw some bathroom towels that I was looking for Lucian's bathroom. I saw some Mickey Mouse Halloween bathroom towels, and they were perfect. They were just what I was looking for. I don't want anything too cheesy. I was wanting something that's kiddie and fun and Halloweeny, but not too much, I guess. I don't know. And they had some other Halloween towels, like bathroom towels, but I did not get visuals because there was a worker that was putting out towels and kind of rearranging them. Didn't want to get in her way, so I'll get more of those this week as we're out. But I did see some kitchen towels, a couple different kitchen towels. One was a really cool kind of jack-o'-lantern towel, but I hate those little padded things on the top. You know what I'm talking about? We had this conversation, I think, last year about the padded things that connect to the towel, and it just gives me, I don't know, I get flashbacks from my great grandma's kitchen. And then I think there was a towel that said I put a spell on you. And what else did they have? Some oven mitts that were really cute. And then what else did we see? We saw some pillows, some Halloween pillows. They had some really cool velvet looking ones with bats embroidered into them. And they also had one with spiders embroidered. Those were really, really pretty. And they had, I can't even remember what other pillows they had. I got some visuals though. I think maybe they had some ghosty pillows, and a lot of the pillows we had seen already, but anything that I'm missing I'll show here because there was a lot to see. Also saw a couple of blankets, mostly kind of kitty looking fuzzy blankets, or you know, the really, really cozy blankets. What else did we see? I don't even know. There was so much to see. I literally spent an hour, over an hour, I think, in there, including the line. And I was telling Molly, I am trying to get out to HomeGoods as much as I can right now before we start seeing Santa in there, because I know it's just a matter of freaking time. And I'm not ready. It's not even that I don't like the holidays. I do. I just am not ready for it. I'm just not ready. So, yeah. That's what we saw today. Now I'm going into Ross. Dress for less. Here we come, Ross. We're coming for you. Hopefully you have Halloween. Here we come. Mr. Skeleton, wake up, sir. You should be excited. All right, everyone, we're back. Mr. Skeleton, we're back. Sir, it got hot. 93, it says. Well, it was only supposed to be 78 today. So much for that. I'm going to take a sip of our beverage. So anyway, and we saw more spooky family. Tammy, if you're out there, Tammy. We had the best chat ever in there. Chats, plural chats, which I love so much because I feel like I just jab your ears off. I say this every time, but I really mean that I do. But I'm glad because Tammy was saying that she likes to jab her jaws, so we were just jabbing all over town. We were just jabbing our spooky jaws in the spooky aisles. I'm so glad I got to meet spooky family today. And so Molly, which by the way, I forgot to mention that Molly's birthday was today. So happy birthday, Molly. I hope it was a good day. And Tammy, her birthday is September 1st. So happy almost birthday, Tammy. Anyways, we just left Ross and we saw some spooky goods at Ross. Ross was good today. I'm not going to lie. A couple of things I saw that really stood out to me. First of all, I was so excited. One of the first things I saw was something I've been looking for years. If you saw the video where I went Halloween decor hunting with Voltaire a couple of years ago, we saw these metal pieces at Ross. And they're really cool. They have bats and spiders and all these things on them. And Voltaire bought me one that was a bat with dangly spiders, like spiders dangling from it. And which was so nice of him to do. And but I was looking for the one also that had the bats with the moon. It's like this really pretty black metal piece, and they had it there at Ross. I was so excited. I've been looking for this for years. It's a crescent moon with bats flying up. It's so cool. So I saw that. Also saw a couple of Joanna Parker pieces, which I have not seen. These are the first Joanna Parker pieces I've seen this year, and they had this really cute soap dispenser, and it also like holds a sponge kind of situation, like combo. They had one that was a black cat, and then one that was a ghosty. Both were really, really cute. They had some spooky mugs, a couple of different spooky mugs. They also had a teacup that was like an oil slick color, and it had a little spider on the inside there. And they had some glassware, like they had a champagne glass that had a skull on it and kind of this bedazzled, I don't know, like diamond looking, you know, thing at the bottom. And then they had, what else did they have in this area? And they also had a couple Day of the Dead pieces. They had a wooden piece that had a sugar skull on it. And then they had a couple of figurines that were Day of the Dead. They also had a couple outdoor signs that were kind of larger outdoor signs. One said boo, and then one said trick or treat, and had spooky houses on it. And then I think they also had like a tombstone thing there that said something on it. And what else did they have? Oh, they had this big silver spider web tray thing or cake stand looking thing that had like an engraved, like the spider web was engraved on it and it had a black spider on it. And they had a teapot looking thing that had spider webs all over it. And I want to say, was there another canister teapot thing that looked similar to this? But they had a bunch of different pieces like this. They also had a cool jack-o'-lantern. It was like kind of a vintage look. Had a jack-o'-lantern head, and then it was like a little cookie jar thing or canister thing or whatever. And they also had a cat one, a black cat one. They had some stacked skulls with, I think, a snake maybe was going through it, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. But they had stacked skulls and some witchy boots, like a whole line of witchy boots, and just some things like that. And anything else I'm missing in this little area, I'll show. It's like a little Halloween area. But they had a lot of dishware and little decor pieces, that kind of thing. And then they had this whole, oh, you know where I didn't check? I didn't look at the blankets. Dang it. We're going to have to go back to Ross, everybody. Anyways, that's fine. We need to go back anyways. But I did see the kitchen towels. They did have a bunch of really cute witchy kitchen towels with witches flying on brooms. You know, I love that. And they said different things like feeling witchy. Also had a cool tea towel that said, welcome to our haunted home or something like that, or welcome to our haunted house, and it had a big spooky house on it. That was really cool. We saw some spooky goods today. We saw some spooky family today. So Molly and Tammy, I'm so glad I got to meet y'all. We'll be back on the hunt tomorrow, so I'll see ya when I see ya. Okay, so we're getting out early before the heat. Sorry. Here we go, Mr. Skeleton. So 84 today. Not the worst, Mr. Skeleton. But guess what? Sunday, sir, 104. Monday, 103. We're going to be seeing Moaning Myrtle or Miserable Marie or whatever. We're going to be seeing her every day next week. All right, everyone. It is another day. Halloween decor hunting with me and good old Mr. Skeleton. Sir, are you excited for another day of Halloween hunting? We've got the railroad tracks coming up, so let's prepare with the mom arm. I'm getting good at this, everybody. Here we go. Oh, God. Oh, it never gets any easier. Why? My freaking microphone. Oh, God. Mr. Skeleton, it is another day in 2023 chaos. So we're cruising, looking for some Halloween. It is early as balls. Well, not really that early. I've been up, but it's early for Halloween hunting. It is not even 10 o'clock yet. It is early, which means we're going to Starbucks. Oh God, everyone's slamming on their brakes. Can anyone, including myself, drive today? Probably not. So today, first of all, we're going way out to TJ Maxx. It's this kind of fancy, it's just a newer TJ Maxx. It is fancy, but it's also just a newer one. So they have this, and it's kind of in a fancier area. So the stuff they have there, it's different than all the other HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls in the area. It's just fancier. Their clothes, their bags, like everything is just fancier. So we're going to go out there, and they usually have some good spooky mugs, but they usually, like any other time I've seen Halloween sheets, it's been at this TJ Maxx. I thought about stopping by Walmart, but every time I say that, we never do. Then we're going to go over to the fancy HomeGoods. It is a fancy HomeGoods, fancy TJ Maxx kind of day, and we're going to go check that out. Then I really, 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 really want to go to Burlington really bad and see what they got, because I haven't been yet this year. So we're going to cruise over to Burlington. I had the weirdest dreams last night. Okay, so here's the thing. People say that when you're pregnant, you have the weirdest dreams, right? My dreams weren't that weird when I was pregnant. I had maybe a couple of weird ones, I won't lie. But I forgot how weird my dreams are when I'm not pregnant. Because I basically spent the last year either pregnant or, like post. So now that I'm getting back to normal, or feeling a little bit more back to normal, that sounded like a fire alarm going off, but outside? Is that a thing? Oh wait, what's our turn? It's our turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, how are you? Long time no see. Your hair looks so good as usual. Oh my gosh, looks so good. The teal and the purple, I love it. And the eyeshadow with it is so good. It's so good. Really? Thank you. Have a good one. So good to see you. Favorite person at Starbucks. I haven't seen her in forever. And her hair looks like a magical mermaid. I wish I could show you. Looks so good. Okay, anyways, what were we talking about? We were jabbing our jaws. Oh, a dream. Okay, so if you're new here, first of all, welcome to the spooky family. We're excited to have ya. And by the way, if you are new here, sometimes I just tend to jab my jaws as we're out Halloween hunting. If you've been around here, then you know. Because some of these dream stories end up, there was just one really that was kind of weird. It was I think it was a couple years ago I told it, and I still can't get over it. It's probably the weirdest dream I've ever had in my entire life, for sure. Basically, Dallas and I, we were watching that show that show You. Then I was having these dreams about sneaking into people's houses, and we went into my neighbor's house, and Dallas pooped, and first of all, so we snuck into my neighbor's house, and there was a urinal, and Dallas pooped in the urinal, and then I looked in it, I don't know why, and it's fried chicken, not poop. So Dallas, if you know the story, it's the weirdest dream I've ever had in my entire life, and it was hilarious. This one, so anyways, I had a dream last night. I was with my mom, and she gets a cat from the shelter and just brings it to my house and is like, this is your cat now, or something. Or I just knew it was my cat. I don't know if I had her go pick the cat up for me. I don't really know the details. It was a huge cat too. It was like this gray, big cat with like a human face. It was super weird. And then it started peeing on everything, like spraying so hard. I needed to call the guy from My Cat from Hell with a guitar case. And that was just my dream. So it wasn't quite as weird as Dallas pooping in the urinal, but the cat with the human face was kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we have egg bites. I totally forgot. We're at a red light. Is there a napkin in here? I got hair in it already. I'm just draining my battery now. So I'll see you at TJ Maxx. All right, we've arrived at the fancy TJ Maxx. We're going in. Mr. Skeleton, here we go. We just left HomeGoods. We saw the spooky goods. What do we see, Mr. Skeleton? Oh wait, no, sorry. It was TJ Maxx, not HomeGoods. My bad. Went to TJ Maxx, saw the spooky goods. Okay, let's talk about what we saw. First of all, we saw what we were looking for as far as sheets go. What else were we looking for? I don't even remember. Oh, spooky mugs. So we saw all of the above. So let's start with when we walked in. So when we walked in, they had, what is going on here? Why can no one's using their blinker? Can I go? Go! Let's talk about what we saw when we first walked in. So they had some cute little totes, some Halloween tote bags. They had just a couple cute ones. Like, so they had some cute little tote bags. They also had some pillows, some Halloween pillows. They had a Ouija board looking pillow. They had what was the other one? It's kind of like a witchy pillow. It was really pretty. Had different things like potions and different things on the front. They also had this big stacked jack-o'-lantern thing, like big lantern stack, topiary kind of thing. And then what else did they have? Just a couple more things that we had seen. I feel like we saw these things last time we were at, I almost said HomeGoods. I keep trying to say HomeGoods. TJ Maxx. They also had a couple spooky blankets. One was more of a magical looking spooky blanket. And what was the other one? I don't know. They didn't really stand out to me that much. But there were a couple of spooky blankets, some really cute, spooky dishware kind of stuff. They had this ghosty chip and dip bowl. Ghost was the chip area, and then the ghost is holding a spider, and that's where the body of the spider was, the little dip thing. And then they had a cute little wooden platter thing or stand thing, or I don't know what it was, with a little skeleton couple on it. They had a little platter that said Happy Halloween that had Mickey on it. And they had, a couple of really cute kind of tumbler looking things, or, like the Stanley Cup looking things. One of them was super cute. Black and white, ghosty vibe. I loved everything about it. Had little ghosties all over it. And then a couple other cute things in this area. I think there were a couple mugs in this area, possibly. Maybe that I got visuals of. They didn't have a huge selection of mugs like they usually do, so I was kind of surprised, but it's all right. They had a lot of their mugs were like Disney villains, so I didn't get a lot of visuals of them. I don't think I got any visuals, because to me Disney villains is just Disney villains, civilians, villains. They had, oh God, I don't know what else they had. They had a really cute Minnie. So we've seen the Mickey cookie jar with the pumpkin. This was a mini cookie jar with the pumpkin. And a couple other cute little things in this area as well. Just different figurine kind of things, or different tabletop decor pieces, but they were cutesy things like little mummies and little cats and little ghosties and things like that. They did have a couple really cute ceramic ghosties. One was kind of like a classic little sheet ghost, and the other one had little arms that kind of went up. So those were cute. And just some more, they had some plushies, cute little plushies in this area. So lots of stuff like that. Some stuff we've seen over the years pretty much in this area. So I got some visuals, but I moved pretty quick because we've seen a lot of this kind of stuff, like I mentioned, over the years and this season. Then I went over, I saw some rugs. They had some spooky rugs. They had this cute ghosty rug. Are you just going to walk in the middle of the road, or what are you doing? I think they had a couple ghosty rugs, actually, now that I'm thinking of it. They did have Halloween sheets, by the way. They had a lot of Halloween sheets. I knew they would, but they had one king size. That's it. And it was Snoopy. And I'm just not a big Snoopy ghoul. I almost got it just because beggars can't be choosers, and those are the only king size Halloween sheets I've seen all season. But we still have HomeGoods to go to, and Burlington, and both of them I think they're supposed to have Halloween sheets, so we'll take a gander. But I did see full size, king size. They had some really cute ones. One that had kind of leaves and different spiders and ghosties. It was like black and white, super cute for all year round, spooky. They had a Ray Dunn set that I think was like moon and stars or something like that, or moon, and I can't remember what else was in there. And it said spooky on the pillowcases. It was like a whole set. And so yeah, they had a couple of different Halloween ones. Whatever I'm missing, I'll show here. But yeah, no king size. Well, one king size that it was just one single Snoopy king size. And what else did we see? I want to say that was, I did see up at the cash register, they had a couple of dog toys. They had Beetlejuice, Freddy Krueger, and what was the last one? Jason. That was it. So anyways, I think that's all we saw. Anything else I'm missing, I'll show here, because there was a lot to see, a lot of good stuff. And I don't know. I did get some things, if you can see in the back. Oh no, you can't quite see. But anyways, we're here at Walmart. I want to run in, so whatever I'm missing, I'll show here. Let me just say, that is the fanciest Walmart. Everything is so fancy out here. I already knew that. That is the fanciest Walmart. Like, how everything is set up. They have a dollar section at that Walmart. A whole freaking, kind of like Target dollar spot, but Walmart. Which I was surprised to see. Right when I walked in, they had Halloween stuff in this little dollar section. So they had like a little ice tray that was skull and crossbones. They had a couple of rugs, like a little spider web rug and a pink trick-or-treat rug, like kind of that pastel Halloween or pastel goth kind of vibe. And they had, what else did they have? Oh, like a slate board plate thing that was in the shape of a coffin. They had a couple of napkins, one with a skull and crossbones. The other one, what was the other one? It was something cute. It was kind of witchy, I think. Maybe a moth on it or something. And then what else did they have in this area? They had a couple more things, I think. Oh, little signs. One that said wicked, something about a witch. The other one was trick or treat. And the other one said welcome something, or I don't know. We're starting to get their Halloween stuff out in this little dollar section I've never seen before. I don't even know that the one by me, the Walmart by me, even has this section at all. They also had all empty shelves. So this Walmart, this fancy Walmart, is getting ready for Halloween. They had some jack-o'-lanterns out as well. So they had some stacked jack-o'-lanterns. They had a classic looking jack-o'-lantern. They had a white jack-o'-lantern. They had this cauldron looking thing that had star cutouts in it. Actually was really nice and heavy. So they had a couple jack-o'-lanterns out, and that was pretty much it, which I was fine with. I was happy to see it. They didn't have any Halloween pajamas out, not one single Halloween pajama, not even a dress, like a, not dress shirt, but like, you know, like a sleep shirt. They didn't have any of the Nightmare Before Christmas pajamas or anything. So that was kind of a bum out because I wanted to see their pajamas. And there was no sign of them either. So it wasn't like, oh, the ones I'm looking for are picked over. They're not even out yet. So they also had, they did have some shirts though, some t-shirts in the men's section. They had a jack-o'-lantern t-shirt and one that said something about having your back, and it had a couple skeletons and he's holding his spine, and Mr. Skeleton was very offended by this t-shirt. So then they had in the women's section, they had a jack-o'-lantern t-shirt and a, what was the other one? I think a sugar skull, I think was the other one. And that's pretty much all we saw at Walmart. How am I already almost out of batteries? Lord, we haven't even gone to HomeGoods or Burlington and we're almost out of batteries. I wanted to show you what I got though, because I went to the kids section. You know I did. You know I went to the baby. There was nothing new in the baby section that we hadn't seen. So if you're looking for the baby clothes, the Halloween baby clothes, I showed that in, I believe that was the last Halloween decor hunting video. I'll put a card up here, I'll link it in the description if you missed it, because I showed the whole collection of Halloween stuff. They still had some Halloween baby clothes left, but they also had some really cute fall stuff. And I picked up, why am I this way? Why am I doing this, everybody? Every time I go somewhere, I buy baby clothes. I can't help it. They're just so cute. But also they had this leather jacket. I'm at the stoplight right now, and we're gonna be here for a minute, I think. Look at this leather jacket. Look at this thing. They didn't have it in the little baby stuff. Oh, good. It's yellow. I'll show you here in a second. They didn't have the leather jacket in the baby stuff, which blows my mind. I know it's not practical for a little baby to wear a leather jacket, or, you know, pleather jacket. These aren't real leather. But it's, I mean, for me, I know it's not practical, but I thought, I don't know, he's still gonna need to wear a little jacket when it's fall and we go to the pumpkin patch, or we're going, you know, we're sitting outside somewhere, or we're at my mom's outside. You know, when it cools down a little bit, I feel like little babies, I don't know, maybe not everybody is dressing their 3-month-old in pleather jackets, but I am, okay? We know, is anyone surprised? No, not at all. It's never too early for baby's first black pleather jacket, and he's gonna need it. He's gonna use it. And it'll be a little big, and so what? Anyway, so now we're almost to the fancy HomeGoods, and I'm gonna show you this leather jacket because it's so freaking cute. Let me show you really quickly as we pull in and hopefully not hit the curb. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. I think I just parked horribly. Yep, sure did. Oh, come on. Stop gawking and go. I swear I spend half of my life driving, like sitting in traffic and standing in line everywhere. Okay, so here's the jacket. So cute. The little stitching on the sleeves, or on the shoulders, I mean. So cute. Also got some long underwear, like waffle, you know, thermal little onesies for Lucian. Got the yellow, the mustard yellow with the matching pants. Also, you know, I had to get it in black, so I got the black. What size is this? 6 to 9 months. So this will be like November until January. I feel like, did I also get, Yeah, I got it 6 to 9 months, and then I also got the matching pants, of course. And then I got the 9 to 12 months in the black, because we got to make sure we have them covered all through the winter. And I know, like, once January, February hits, all the spring stuff starts coming out, and you're not going to find black anywhere. So I'm trying to get it while I can now, like all my favorite colors. And then I got this one, I think I got in 3 to 6 months. Yeah, so he can wear this from now until November, because I feel like in October September, October, it starts cooling down. We've had some cool days around here actually, but like this week has been kind of cool, but it's gonna be like 110 next week, but whatever. We're buying fall clothes, okay, everybody? We're pretending it's fall already. Does he need any of these? No. Anyways, let's go into HomeGoods. We're here at the fancy HomeGoods. We're going in. Let's talk about some new stuff we saw in there. A lot of repeat stuff, so I didn't show it. They had a lot of Halloween in there. Just a lot of the stuff we've seen. Like lots of like skeleton stuff, lots of that kind of stuff we've already seen. So the first thing I saw though that we haven't seen yet was this huge Frankenstein dude. He was like $550, y'all. And he was a big old, I almost said skeleton, Frankenstein looking guy. And he kind of looked like Herman Munster, if we're being honest. And then, what else do we see? We saw some Halloween, some soap dispensers that were kind of cute. They had a spooky house one that was really cute. And then they had a ghosty one, and I want to say a Jack Skellington one. And then they had a couple of towels. They had a Ray Dunn towel that said, you know what? I'm not seeing a whole lot of Ray Dunn out this year. Like, I've seen 0 Ray Dunn mugs. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Some of them are kind of cute, especially the tumblers. Like I got that one that's a spooky season on it that I love. So, you know, I don't hate Ray Dunn all the time. We saw a couple of other, oh my gosh, there's literally a hair that got stuck in the door. That is my life. And a couple of pillows. They had a ghosty pillow that was really cute. And then they had one that was really cool. It's kind of like a Ouija board look, but had skeletons and different things on it. It was really cool. And then what else did we see? I don't know. Anything else that I'm missing, I'll show here. I think there was like a whole little ghosty area with a bunch of ghosties. A lot of this stuff we had seen though. So I just got a couple of visuals. But we saw a lot of that kind of stuff this week. Just the skeleton glassware and that kind of stuff. So a lot of similar things that we've seen this week. All the HomeGoods got similar things, but it looks like we missed out on the sheets, the king size sheets if they ever existed. And then that's pretty much it at HomeGoods. Am I going the right way? I always, if you've been around here, you know I always miss Burlington every time. Like I don't know, like I turn into the wrong place every single time. But I think I'm going the right direction this time. But anyway, so now we're cruising out to Burlington, and then we're gonna go home because it's getting late, because we basically spent all day in line and in traffic. Which is just our luck, right, Mr. Skeleton? It's just our luck. I'm hoping Burlington has some sheets. I mean, I saw on the Facebook group, some people were getting some sheets and they saw king size there. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, sometime while we're out Halloween hunting, we can find some king size spooky sheets. Would be ideal. Just pull right on out there. That's all right. Oh my gosh, guess what, everybody? You won't believe it. You won't believe it. More road work. Here we go off-roading. Here we go. Hold on, Mr. Skeleton, sir. Oh my God. And there's a huge truck. I need to turn in here, and your truck is enormous and I can't get in. Dude, Burlington really is hopping. Here we go. More off-roading. Here we go. Hold on, Mr. Skeleton. Woo! Oh God. Oh God. No wonder they're redoing the parking lot. Okay. Here we go to Burlington. We're going in, Mr. Skeleton. Oh my God, Mr. Skeleton, it's freaking hot. It got hot. 87? No, it feels like 97. Lord, Mr. Skeleton. Oh, Mother Nature is really making us work for it this year. Let's talk about Burlington. Because they have the goods. Some of the goods. I don't know if they already put all their stuff out and they're picked over, or they're just putting stuff out. I want to say just putting stuff out because they're really busy for back to school. Okay, I know. My car's yelling at me. Like, I know they're really busy for back to school, so my guess is they put some stuff out, but not all of it is out yet, I hope. I don't know. There was a lot of stuff out already. Not a lot of decor. Like, some of the decor is a lot of the stuff we're seeing out there. Here we go off-roading again, Mr. Skeleton. Like skeleton pieces, like skeleton couples, and what else? Like jack-o'-lantern kind of stuff, some snow globes or water globes or whatever you want to call them. But they didn't have a huge selection. It was kind of sprinkled in to where you had to look for it. So my guess is the decor is still coming out. I'm hoping. And I'm going to continue to check. I'm going to go Burlington because, okay, they had some spooky sheets. They had some pillowcases with little ghosties on them. And they had this pastel pink skull set in king size. All the king size we're finding today is so funny. They are so the opposite of my style, which is funny. It's fine. Once again, beggars can't be choosers. I am not complaining at all. I'm not going to complain. Not even close. At least we saw some king size spooky sheets today. That's all I was looking for. I wasn't specific about it. I didn't say they have to be this perfect Halloween goth vibe or whatever. But they just aren't my style. Although, I will say this about the skull ones that are pink. I was thinking, we don't usually decorate my bedroom for Halloween, but now I'm thinking, do we need to decorate my bedroom for Halloween? Like, do I need to start working on that? Okay, they also had a bunch of spooky blankets. And let me tell you, I'm going to put this out there. I feel like Burlington is the place to get spooky blankets, price-wise and quality-wise. They have the huge spooky blankets, like the big ones, for anywhere from $10 to, I would say, like $10 to $15 in that range. Okay, so Target and Walmart sell their spooky blankets for $10, but I feel like they're not nearly as big. Like, these are like the big ones, like the ones at HomeGoods, like $17 to $20. These ones are 10 to like 13, I feel like. 10 to, I'm gonna say 15 on the high end. And they don't disappoint when it comes to the patterns either. They had some good patterns. And then what else did we see? Oh, we saw some pajamas. They did have some Halloween pajamas. They had pumpkins, like one had pumpkins. What was the other one? Was it also jack-o'-lanterns or ghosties, that kind of thing? I wasn't super excited about their pajamas this year, so I kind of, it didn't really stick in my brain. Last year, I feel like the pajamas were so much better. Maybe it was the year before. I can't remember, but they had really good pajamas the last couple of years, and I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. So that's pretty much what we saw at Burlington. And we got some spooky goods today. We did some damage, I'm not gonna lie. We're just jabbing our jaws at this point. But Mr. Skeleton, it was another successful day Halloween decor hunting. We saw the spooky goods. We saw some spooky sheets, so we were looking for. We saw some spooky mugs. Hey everyone, it is another day Halloween decor hunting with me and good old baby Lucian and Dallas, our spooky chauffeur for today again. We're going out on the hunt. We're going to a couple places. We're gonna hit Michael's first because their spooky town is on sale. So we're gonna get some little spooky little things for Lucian's very first spooky town this year. While we're there, we're gonna walk right past that wasp's nest and head over to HomeGoods / TJ Maxx Hybrid and see if they have anything. Just, you know, take a quick little gander. We went to a lot of HomeGoods this week, so I feel like we've seen the majority of the stuff out this week, but you never know. We might come across a spooky sheet or two, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And then we're gonna cruise over to Sam's and Costco, and then we're calling it a day. Anyways, we're cruising, so I'll see ya at Michael's. I'll see you there. All right, change of plans. We're going into HomeGoods first, see if they have the spooky goods. Here we go. Actually, by the way, they're putting a Spirit Halloween down there. I was hoping they would, and they are. It's coming soon. I can't wait. I moved all the Halloween up front. I moved all the Halloween up front. I can't see.
I think it's pretty cool. There's that one right there. Oh, that's cool.
I know. I think that's really cute. Should we go in?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Cat with wood shoes.
All right, now we're cruising over to Michael's. We got to pass the Elder Wasp, everybody. Hey, is he still there? Oh my God, he's still there. You see it? You see it? We're walking fast. I think there was another one right there too. Lucian's awake from his nap. Just in time to pick out some Halloween. I had this one? Had this boy? What do you think?
this guy.
Okay, let's go get in line. Oh my gosh, my camera's fogging up. It's so freaking hot and humid. 94 feels like 111. And the humidity is 63%. That's at least lower than it was this morning, which was 86%. All of my freaking windows were fogged up this morning. All right, Mr. Skeleton, let's go cruising. Here we go. It is another day, Halloween decor hunting with me and good old Mr. Skeleton, and we are off. We just got our nails done. We're adding another day to this video. I wasn't going to, but we're right out here by Joann's, and I was wanting to go to Joann's last week, and we never got a chance to, and I want to see their bakeware. I want to see if they put any mugs out, some spooky mugs, and hand towels. And what else do they normally put out late? They usually put some sort of spooky line out later in the season. So I wanted to see if they put anything new out. And I think, and I also wanted to talk about what we saw out the other day, because pretty much what happened is once we got to Michael's, Lucian threw a whole, he had a nervous breakdown right there in the middle of Michael's. There's road work everywhere. Anyways, what we saw while we were out, we went to HomeGoods. We saw some new stuff. We saw a couple of really cool things. So first of all, that place was fully stocked with Halloween. All things Halloween. Lots of stuff we saw last week, like a lot of the skeleton stuff and lots of repeats. But they did have a couple of new things. They have this really cool vampire guy. He kind of almost looked like Grandpa Munster is what he looked like. And he was holding a tray. And they also had a really cool studded skull and some other pieces in this area. And I think like a little mummy guy where you put candy in his head maybe. Some like stuffed witch looking things that Dallas said looked like me. We saw this cool little jack-o'-lantern pail thing that was like a metal jack-o'-lantern pail. It was orange. And of course, they had more pastel pink items. I think they had some witches that were in the pastel pink kind of color scheme. And then they had this pastel pink spooky house. It was like a big spooky house that was pastel pink. They had some ghosty pieces that were really cute. Then in the ceramic area and dishware area, they had a couple of cute cookie jars. They had this was like a spooky house cookie jar. Did they have a couple of them or just one? I don't know. I feel like I saw a couple spooky house looking things. And then we also saw some soap dispensers that were really cute. This super cute little ghosty soap dispenser. There was also a glass one that had spider webs all over it that looked like an all year round kind of spooky decor piece, like a all year round soap dispenser to me. And we also saw some spooky sheets, but again, never finding them in the king size. I can never find them. We found like the Snoopy ones, and that's it. Kind of failed at our mission. But what else did we see? I don't know what else we saw at HomeGoods, but I'll show everything here. Oh my gosh, there's not one soul here at Joann's today. Like, it is like there are maybe like 5 cars in the parking lot because it's so freaking hot. No one ever wants to go out. Oh, I almost forgot. Dallas and I found these towels. And I was so confused by them, but they're also so cute. They're these cat towels. And it's like a cat wearing witchy boots, or like little boots and little striped socks, like the Wicked Witch little boots and socks, or I don't know what I was looking at. But it was a whole random, like the most random Halloween situation. Like, I thought the flamingos were random last year, which, by the way, I haven't seen a lot of flamingos this year. Flemmy the Flamingo in Halloween gear. Haven't seen a lot of that this year. But the cats in the witchy boots were very interesting, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we saw some Halloween at HomeGoods. Then we cruised over to Michael's. Really, the only purpose of going to Michael's was to pick out some Spooky Town for Lucian, because we're going to start building our Spooky Town. I think every year we're going to get a little house, or like, one of the buildings, and then we'll get little pieces here and there too. And they were having a sale. It was 25% off. Plus, there was a coupon for 20% off your whole purchase, and a coupon for 40% off one item. You've already seen all of Michael's Halloween lines, except for the pastel stuff, which I'll show here in a second. But if you missed that video, I'll put a card up here, or I'll put it in the description so you can see all the Michael's Halloween stuff. But we saw all that stuff, so we kind of walked through it. But then we went over to Spooky Town and picked out some stuff with Lucian. And then I went over to the pastel section. They had a bunch of their pastel Halloween stuff out. They had all sorts of different things. They had little ghosty figurines, little stacks of witchy books. They had these little pillows that had little spider webs and witch hats on them. They had a bunch of tabletop decor that said different things about being a witch or yikes, boo, all that kind of stuff. Of course, hocus pocus, pick your poison or whatever kind of sayings they had, but all of it was in pastel colors. They also had pastel little skeleton hands and little pastel skulls, and they also had little pastel cauldrons that were really cute, and they had some really cute spiderweb plates, super cute. They also had little witchy boots and potion bottle looking things and little chip and dip bowls, and they had these super cute plates that weren't pastel. They were just black and white, but they were in the pastel area, and they had different things on them, like one had a skull, one had a bat, and I think one had a spider. Those were really cute, and just all sorts of spooky pastel things. And it makes me like, I really just need to snag some stuff for Halloween and Easterween and all the ways we try to make excuses to celebrate Halloween throughout the year is pretty much what I need to do. And then went over to Costco, saw some things at Costco, saw this cute little Disney spooky town there at Costco, just a spooky town with all the little Disney characters, and that was really cute. And then I didn't see anything else. Like, I didn't see any of their, like, skeletons playing a banjo or any of that kind of stuff, or their big animatronics. Then we cruised over to Sam's Club. And Sam's Club had a couple of things. They didn't have any decor that I saw, but they did have some food stuff. They had this big bucket of Reese's peanut butter cups, like 3,000 of them. Not really, probably like 300, I think. But there were a lot of Reese's in there, so you know that's Dallas's dream come true. And then they also had the Reese's pumpkins. They had some fruit snacks in the shape of different Halloween characters, and then some spooky fruit snacks. And then they had a bunch of, like, a whole set of the monster, you know, the monster cereals. They had a whole set of them. And I want to say that's it. I didn't see, did we even look at decor? I don't even remember. This is Halloween decor hunting, and I'm here talking about food, but figured you want to know either way. And then whatever else I'm missing, I'll show here, but that's the spooky goods we saw the other day. And then I didn't even film after because I was ready for a nap after that complete meltdown and going in and out of Costco and Sam's and the heat. I was over it. And now we're gonna go into Joann's because we cruised to Joann's, and here we go, we're going in. We're here at Joann's. All right, we're back. And we got candy, everybody. It's freaking hot. So, let's talk about what we saw at Joann's. We saw some new stuff at Joann's. We didn't see any spooky mugs. I didn't see one single spooky mug there. I don't know what's going on with their spooky mugs or why they're delaying them, but here we are. I had to close out of I got a coupon, everybody. You know, I had to spend some money in there. All right, so actually I wanted to try this candy before we leave, but all right, maybe we'll park under this tree. I kind of want to try some spooky candy while we're here really quickly before we start talking about what we saw. Just do a quick little candy taste test because it's not Halloween without candy, everybody. So I got this autumn mix taffy. We're going to try really quick. Hopefully my camera doesn't decide to overheat today since it's so freaking hot. What's going on? We've got pumpkin pie and whipped cream taffy. This is going to be, maybe I'll just take a little bite so we don't have to smack our jaws. That's gonna be in my teeth for 3,000 years, but that's good. When I was a kid, we go visit my great-grandparents in Colorado Springs, and they had this taffy place there that was so good. I don't even know what it's called. Saltwater taffy, so good. What is this? Caramel apple. Oh. I don't think I like that one. I just don't like artificial apple. There's only one artificial apple thing I like, and it's those, if you remember those Jolly Rancher suckers, the apple Jolly Rancher sucker was the bomb. The caramel in that is good, but the apple is just so artificial. I can't do it. And this last one is candy corn. Of course, I love the candy corn one. This tastes like sugar. We also got these pumpkin spice milk chocolate sea salt caramels, whatever. I don't know, but I'm trying one. Here we go. We're trying this Sanders pumpkin spice caramel thing. Not getting the pumpkin spice, but it's good. I love these. I got all the things that are gonna get stuck in my teeth. Last but not least, I got these Warhead sour body parts. You know I did. Blue raspberry, I'm drooling. Blue raspberry, black cherry, and green apple. Cleanse the palate. Okay, wait. Now I'm tasting the pumpkin spice. It's on the back end of those. At least it's there. We're going in with the sour body parts. Here we go. What are we trying first? Black cherry bone. Whoa! I'm gonna pound on this thing. What do I do? Did I break it? Oh, it's sour. Wow. These are actual sour gummies. They taste like Trolleys, but actually sour. What's this thing? A brain. Once again, apple's not my favorite. I'm not a huge artificial apple person, but we're gonna try it. Pretty good. It's not cherry, but it'll do. And last but not least, the blue raspberry fangs. Here we go. I was trying to wear those like Billy Bob teeth. Didn't work out. Okay, those aren't sour. The cherry, though, is sour. My car sounds like it's going to explode. So we're going to leave. Oh, man, I got to have another one of these bones. Wow. It's sour. The rest were not sour. Mr. Skeleton, please don't be offended that I'm eating bones. Now that we're all hopped up on sugar, let's talk about what we saw at Joann's. So we went cruising to Joann's, and we saw the goods. First and foremost, their whole new line they put out, and it was really good. It's like a bunch of bats, first of all. Freaking bats, everybody. And they had bats galore. First thing I saw, though, their pillows. They were so good in this line. And when I say they're good, they're good. A couple of different bat pillows. One of them was a black pillow with a black bat on it. And then the other one was like a cutout bat pillow, where it was like the cutout of the bat. And then the other one, I think, was just, had like a big bat across. Was it a bat? I think it was a bat. And then they had a couple other pillows, jack-o'-lantern pillows, and a really cool jack-o'-lantern pillow, actually. That was kind of vintage looking. I liked that one. And what else do they have? Just a bunch of different Halloween pillows. I think one said 'tis the season, or to get spooky or something. I don't know, but it was good. Their pillows were good this year. But all their pillows in this area I thought were good all year round spooky pillows. So if you have an all year round gothic vibe, I thought these were great. Like most of them. Some of them had orange in them, but most of them were just black and white. And then the whole rest of the line was kind of bats and spider webs and things like that. And they had some really cool pieces. They had this branch. It was like a branch coming over and this metal bat hanging from it. That was really cool. The whole thing was metal. It's, again, a great all year round goth piece. And they had a couple of these like plaques, like wall decor pieces that were orange and black. One was bats, one was spider webs and spiders, and they lit up. And they also had this cool wooden tray that had spider webs and bats on it. And they had a couple of what was that next to that thing? I think it was like a couple of vase looking things with skulls on them. Oh, they had again this year, they had the coffin with the dangly skeleton inside. And I want to say a couple more bat pieces in this area, but I'm not quite remembering exactly what they were. But they had some good, really good pieces. And they had, some pumpkin pieces that lit up, just various pumpkins, and some skulls kind of mixed in this area. So like a pumpkin with a skeleton coming out, and like a pumpkin with, was it skulls? And then like a candle or something. And just regular pumpkins that kind of lit up. They were kind of fancy. And it was just a very cool, dark decor whole line. They had a really pretty kind of Victorian looking mirror too in this area. And just things like that. Really pretty, could be all year round kind of gothic. I feel like the later line they put out every single year, they always put out one line like in August and the rest comes out early. But it's like mid to late August they'll put out this other line, and it's always so good. And this one did not disappoint in my opinion. I wish they had more pieces. Maybe my store was picked over or they don't have it all out yet, but they had some really good pieces in this line. And what else did we see? Oh, we saw some bakeware. Saw some goods, some spooky bakeware goods. They had a whole little sprinkle set with all the little spooky things you need in a little sprinkle set. Actually, it was a pretty big sprinkle set. And then they had little sprinkle bags, like with little spooky sprinkles. And then they had some cupcake liners as well, some various cupcake liners. And they had some really cute spatulas this year. They outdid themselves with their spatulas. First of all, they had a ghosty spatula set that was so cute with little, like the end, like where the spatula is in the shape of a ghost. So cute. Then they had another spatula set that was in the shape of a skull. So both spatulas, like the big one and the small one, were in shapes of skulls. They also had like a little spatula set that had cute little spooky spatulas. And what else? Some silicone molds, that kind of thing. And then they had a whole little witchy line too that had various bakeware things like silicone molds, and they had a bunch of different silicone molds in this one. One was like kind of like a tarot looking thing, and then another one I think they had, I don't remember what else did they have, moons, or I don't remember what they had, but some little mystical magical shapes. And then they had the reusable plastic bags or Ziploc looking baggies, and some cupcake liners, everything in that kind of witchy theme they had in this area. Then they also had a whole other little area that was more skeletons and skulls and that kind of thing. It was, oh my gosh, the spatulas they had here. They were just black spatulas, but the handles of the spatulas were skeleton arms and hands coming out. So it's like a skeleton arm and a hand, and then a spatula at the base. And then they also had some skull tongs. And what else they have? Oh, they had some of the 3D molds. So like the ice molds. So they had a jack-o'-lantern one, they had a moon one, and I think they had an eyeball. Did they have a skull too? I don't know, but they had various 3D molds, and they had some other different silicone molds in this area, and they had a 3D skull mold and some hands, like skeleton hand molds that you can put around a cake. Like, to me, I would love to make a cake like that, but also I'm kind of a cupcake ghoul, because I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure I will fail at making a cake. I guess we should do it. Like, I'm a cookie and cupcake ghoul. Let me know down in the comments what you are. Are you all of the above? Are you just a big baker? Or are you like, because I love baking, but only like mini things. So anyways, now I'm off on some tangent. Oh, something else we saw at Joann's. We saw some poopery. Once again, every single year, the pumpkin spice poopery. You know, I get the most excited about it. The whole idea of a pumpkin spice turd just makes me laugh. Where's my bone? I'm eating another cherry bone because these are so good and sour. Oh my God, they're so sour and good. Anyway, that's it. We're going home. I hope you enjoyed Halloween decor hunting with me and good old Mr. Skeleton. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey ghoul hey down in the comments, because you know I love talking to you. And yeah, anything else you want to talk about, whatever what am I talking about? Whatever we jabbed our jaws about in this video. My jaws are jabbing way too fast and I can't even form a sentence at this point. But whatever you want to jab your jaws about down in the comments, feel free. We can chit chat it up, talk about all things Halloween or what you're seeing out there, your favorite lines so far this year. And then next week, or this week, I guess it's this week, it's gonna be so freaking hot, hotter than literal hell. Anyways, on that note, hope you're having an amazing spooky season so far. Hope you're finding some spooky goods out there. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.